Hi there, my name is Dale Samani, and today I'm gonna be walking you through how I created my own virtual private network. So I installed two versions of Kali Linux, and I made one a server and the other one a client, and I used Wireshark to capture traffic, ICMP traffic between the two of them. So we'll need a virtual machine. A virtual machine manager. With mine, I was able to install two versions of Kali Linux. It's VirtualBox. Two versions of Kali Linux, and I created a network for them going to Tools, Preferences, Network, and I created a virtual machine network that had a CID of 192.168.2.0. And yeah, you can create one of yours clicking here. And I made sure both virtual machines I created connected to that network I created. So I'll click on the settings of each virtual machine, come to the network, and make sure the adapter is connected to the NAT network I created. The virtual NAT network. And I made sure also the MAC addresses for both machines are different, so they can be two different machines connecting on the same network. So yeah, let's go ahead and start the one. So while this one is starting, I actually also go to the second one where I configure this one my server machine. And yeah, I used an open source software to help us implement virtual private network called OpenVPN, and a material that helped me slowly, step by step, implement my own virtual private network. And the OpenVPN uses SSL and TLS protocol, and it uses an encryption of symmetric and public key, and also a Blufffish 128 cipher. And so I was able to configure my server machine going to the terminal and then following the steps of this material, updating and upgrading. I wrote down my IP using IPA because I knew that IP of mine will actually be the one to help me set up my virtual machine to be the server. Yeah, and once I was asked to provide the IP, and I knew what I was doing. And then I also downloaded the Open Installer script. It came to my laptop and I was able to open it using this command sudo. I installed it, and then when asked for my IP, I provided my computer IP, which is 192.168.2.4, instead of providing the one that they were suggesting to me, so I can use my computer, my virtual machine as a server. And then the rest was to choose the UDP and the port. I used Google as a DNS server, and then I created my file as a client file, not desktop. So it's here on the desktop already. Yeah, client.ovpn. After you've created that, they provide you the file in the root directory. So I had to write this scp command to actually take it from the root. This for me was the root, and then copy it to the desktop. After doing that, I copied the client file to my client machine, and to actually check if your system has OpenVPN in it, I can check the status. Yeah, and then it's actually started. The OpenVPN started. Yeah. The client file, sorry, the client machine is open now. Let's check what kind of IPs it has. Sudo ifconfig. You see it has a 192.168.8, which is the same as the one here of the server. So they are both connected on the same network. Now let's go ahead and capture some traffic before we actually get to connect both machines on the VPN we created. Yeah, it's running. Let's ping these two machines, 192.168.2. The client machine is .8 because this one of ours is .4 over there. Ping 192.168.2.4. And then let's capture the ICMP traffic. Yeah, you see them, the IPs, the source, the destination. You can tell by the IP. Great, it's working. Let's go to the next one. Now let's get to see how I configured my client machine. So I installed OpenVPN using this command. Sudo apt install OpenVPN, and then I made sure I copied the client file to where my OpenVPN was installed. Yeah, client.openVPN. Well, I copied it to where the OpenVPN was installed, and then I checked the connectivity using this command over here. But instead of writing desktop, I wrote I was using client, so client.conf, and then after I was able to start it, so I can connect it to this. So I can connect it to the OpenVPN here started. So yeah, let's go ahead and start it. Sudo system ttl. Let's check the status first. OpenVPN Kali. So you can see that it's currently inactive. So let's start it now. And check sudo ifconfig. Now it's connected to the VPN of ours that the server has. And the server has an IP of 10.8.0.1, while our client has .2. So now, if we actually get to see we use Wireshark to see how the traffic is going between the two of them using IPs they provided. We'll see how it looks like. So ping 10.8.2, yes. So sudo Wireshark again. And you can see that we have a 10.0 here. So let's check the ICMP. And great, we have both machines' traffic captured by Wireshark. And this marks the end of our tutorial. Thank you for following along, and look forward to more content coming up.